So if we look at our design, we can see that the background colour of our section is a slight grey colour. So that's the first thing we can actually get sorted. So we can add in our comments in again to separate our styles within our style sheet. So to access our section, we can access the ID with a hashtag, and then our section name, which we called photo. Now we want to change the background colour, so we simply add the background colour property. And if we head to the PSD file and choose the colour picker like we did earlier, we just need to get the grey colour that we require. Then we just simply copy the value, and then we paste that into our style sheet. Then if we save that off and refresh our page, we can see the background colour change to the colour that we want. And if we switch back to our design, we can see that there is some padding around the section, so we can add this into our current style. So we add in the padding property. Now I'm going to use 80 pixels here for the top and the bottom. But if we just save that off here and refresh our page, the 80 pixels matches our designs nicely. We also need to center our text, so we can actually add this into our style. We simply use the text align property and set this to center. And then again, if we just save that off and refresh just to check our page, we can see that this section looks a lot better already. Now next we can style our header text, and this is the same green colour as before and also looks to have a bold typeface. So to access this in our style sheet, we first access our photo ID, then we add in our H1 tag. Now first we can adjust our font size, so we add the font size property in here. We'll just try a value of 1.2. We can also add our font weight property in here and give this a value of 700. Now this basically sets how thick the characters should be, and 700 is just like adding the bold effect to the font. Then finally we need to add our green colour to the header. So we can simply add in the colour property, and we can grab the colour from a previous style if you don't remember exactly what it is. So we can just copy and paste that in. And if we just save that off again and refresh to check, we can see our text is looking good already. And if we just compare that to our PSD file, we can see that the icons are also set to this green colour, so let's go and change those now. So to change our icons, we simply access the photo ID. And then we can access the FA class on the icon that is shown here in the index page. Then all we need to do is set the colour property, and again set the colour to the same as the H1 tag. So we can copy and paste that value in as we did before. And if we save that off and refresh, we can see that the section is actually pretty much complete. We just need to resize our page just to make sure that all the sections look good on all devices. Now these icons do look okay, but they are just a little bit static at the minute, so I just want to add a hover state to the icons. Just a simple colour change will do, just add a bit of interactivity to the page. So if we just jump back to our style sheet and add in the photo ID and then the FA class, then we just need to add the hover state to this class. Now all we need to do is add the colour property in here. And if we grab a darker version of this green from Photoshop, if we just choose this green here, and just copy that code and then paste it into our hover style. If we just save that off and refresh our page, we can see that it just adds a little something extra to the section, and it's not quite as static as I said before. Now that looks like our photo app features section is actually complete. Now we can move on to adding our next section, which is called design, and we'll do that in our next lecture.